I'm being serious. With that being said, it's time to head back to pack up for the overnight bus ride to Aurangabad. So the setting is like 1 and 2. So if you're single, go to the other side. But tonight all the singles are taken, so I'm stuck with her right here. Like, so unfortunate. So unfortunate. But what's called, at least we do have a nice view from the upper deck. And so advice to you guys is, if you're going to take this bus, please make sure you don't bring too much. Okay, let me finish the sentence. Don't bring too much luggage, and ride takes about 10 hours. Also guys, just remember, there's only one pit stop, so don't drink too much, or else you'll certainly and painfully regret it later. I'm definitely not. With that being said, welcome to Aurangabad. Okay, let me try this again. Aurangabad. Before you have hotel information fatigue, I really need to get this out of the way. Once again, in fact, I love to thank our accommodation sponsor, Hotel Panchavi, for providing us with air-conditioned rooms. They offer very nice suites at a comfortable price with walking distance to both bus terminal and train station. Oh, they also have an in-house restaurant. Done. Let's get going. If you're asking where, I'm tired of telling you that too. Just bring some water and some sunscreen and come along. Right now we're at the Central Bus Stand, and this is the bus that you'll be getting on. It's 110 kilometers away, so the ride is going to be just relax. Do your best, relax. This is the local bus. The ride takes about 2 hours, and I promise you there will be a lot of beautiful sceneries along the way, and enough time for you to make a call to someone that offers 100% guaranteed solution to evil spirit, house problems, get rid of ex-wives and enemies, just to name a few. Plus, you can support the local economy by tuning into the real-life onboard shopping channel, offering drinks and snacks at every stop. And before you know it, welcome to the Ajanta Cave. Not yet. So the bus driver will drop you off right at the entrance here. It's still about 4 kilometers away. Ignore everyone who asks for entrance fees before getting to a ticket counter. They are just scam artists trying to take advantage of foreigners. Just keep walking. You'll also pass by lots of souvenir shops along the way to the shuttle stop. This is actually a good time for you to eat in order to avoid the tourist price food within the cave complex. The total ride only lasts a few minutes and costing about 60 cents. Before you know it, you need to pay again. This time, $9. Let me guess. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. With that being said, I can finally welcome you to the Ajanta Cave. Maybe not. It's a little hike up. It also gets really hot. Did I mention you should bring water and sun lotion? The Ajanta Cave includes paintings and rock-cut sculptures described as the finest surviving example of ancient Indian art, particularly expressive paintings that present emotions through gesture, poses, and forms. Well, this complex consists of 29 rock-cut Buddhist caves built between 2000 BC to 480 AD. The Ajanta Caves constitute an ancient monastery and a worship hall of different Buddhist traditions carved into a 250-foot wall rock. According to UNESCO, these are masterpieces of Buddhist religious art that have influenced Indian art that followed. The cave was built in 2 phases. The first phase is around 2nd century BC. The second phase was built around 400 to 600 CE. According to the older account, or in brief period of 460 to 480 CE. Now I have to say, this is a really big place, and you will need sunscreen to explore all the places here. I've been walking all morning, and this is only cave number 17, and there's 12 more to go, and I'm very determined to explore all of them after I pay for them. The caves are mentioned in the memoirs of several medieval Chinese Buddhist travelers to India, and the painting in the Ajanta Caves predominantly narrate the Jataka tales. These are Buddhist legends that describe the previous birth of the Buddha. The paintings are in dry fresco, painted on top of dry plaster surface rather than into wet plasters. So, We are almost there. This is number 24, as I said on the sign, and this is the second largest excavation here in the complex. The cave number 24 is unfinished, but second largest monastery hall within the complex. This cave has been important to scholarly studies of the site because it showed how multiple crew of workers completed their objective in parallel. The cell constructions begin as soon as the aisle being excavated while the main hall are under construction. This indicates how artists excel and continuously improve their sophistication as they work with the rock inside the cave. Once you conquer caves, if you still have energy, hike all the way up here and continue on there. And you get to see the magnificent caves from up above.
So I'm standing here with my new friend just outside the Ajanta Caves. We spent the day checking out all 26 caves and then had the energy to climb to this very top viewpoint. It's about 30 degrees here, so it's nice and warm. I'm loving it, but I wish this waterfall was full of water and we were able to jump in and have a little swim.
We went back the same way by bus. By the time we got back, it was already dark. I was about to call it a night. But no, hell no. With so much food to sample, I'm going to eat. I'm going to have something really similar. The Indian Chinese food, please. Now in recent years, Chinese food got really popular on the street stands. And tonight, I'm going to eat chow mein, which is made by lovely Indians here, and without being said, let's test this out and see how I live up to the chow mein I eat at home. I think it's actually very different. It's pretty close. In Korea they use cabbages here, and also spaghettis, but I like it. It's pretty good. If you're worried about getting out of shape, don't worry. You can always dance it out. There's always Indian wedding going on somewhere. They are pretty crazy and go on for days and days. They are absolutely a traffic nightmare. But thank goodness, everyone's very forgiving. If you're not comfortable with the local buses or Tuk Tuk, there's also Ola. It's an Indian-based ride-sharing program that provides upfront pricing for your fare and also less expensive than traditional Tuk Tuk and taxi. This is what we use for the following morning to get to the Bibi Ka Maqbara, or the Tomb of the Lady. It was built by Mughal Emperor Aurangabad's son Aziz Shah in the memory of his mother. An inscription found inside the main entrance mentioned that this mausoleum was designed and erected by Ata Yuha, the son of the principal designer of Taj Mahal, and Hanswat Rai, an engineer respectively. This is a Bibi Ka Maqbara and is built by the former ruler. Now he's not into great architectures or anything like that, but he did build this tomb dedicated to his mother. If you look carefully, it actually have a striking resemblance to Taj Mahal in Agra. That's why many call it the poor man's Taj Mahal, because the entry fee here is only 1/5 of the cost of Taj Mahal. It was built with the intention of overtaking the fame of Taj Mahal, but it couldn't. As a result, this important site was not properly maintained. To be honest, I'm a little heartbroken to see it in its poor condition. Right nearby is one of the smaller complex of caves, an off-beaten-path attraction that have overshadowed by the UNESCO World Heritage Site monument of Ellora and Ajanta Cave temples. So this is Aurangabad Buddhist Cave, located about 2 kilometers away from Bibi Ka Maqbara. Now this cave is believed to be built between 6th to 7th century. It consists of 12 caves split into 3 groups, with many of the caves unfinished. The Aurangabad Cave, or the Aurangabad Buddhist Cave, is a 12 rock-cut Buddhist shrine located on a hill running roughly east to west. The cave was dug out of comparatively soft basalt rock during the 6th and the 7th century, and notably for its Hinayana-style stupa, Mahayana artwork, and Vajrayana goddess. These caves are among those that shows first millennium Buddhist artwork in India, with a goddess such as Dura and gods such as Ganesha, as well as Buddhist cave in other parts of India where these arts are older. Numerous Buddhist deity or Tandra traditions are also carved in these caves. So one of the things that really upsets me when I go to different places, people putting carving of your names and initials onto the wall, which is really disrespectful, and as a responsible traveler, I urge you not to do so. We have to keep these monuments for our future generations and not damage them or vandalize them like this. Now, before you get cave fatigue, I only have one more to go, and I promise, it's the most spectacular and not too far. By the way, it's another UNESCO World Heritage Site. You will need to feel out outside the entrance since the cave complex is very big, and there is no food inside for sale. So let's settle down at the quality restaurant for us to have a proper meal first. And let me introduce you to my favorite Indian dish. So we are on our way to Ellora Caves, and there's many inexpensive restaurants nearby, and today what I'm going to try is something called Thali. What Thali is basically is a plate with different type of dishes onto one, and they serve it with rice and also with some yogurt to help digestion. The name Thali means platter, the Indian name for the round platter used to serve food. It is also referred to this Indian style of meal that made out of a selection of various dishes which are served on a single platter. The idea behind Thali is to offer all 6 different flavors of sweet, salt, bitter, sour, astringent, and spicy on a single plate. According to Indian food custom, a proper meal should be a perfect balance of all 6 flavors. Restaurants typically offer a choice of vegetarian or meat-based thalis.
So this is my first paneer pakora. I love anything cheese and anything fried, so the combination I can only imagine is amazing. Nice and crispy on the outside, rich, creamy in the inside, delicious.
By the way, don't feed these cuties. You may end up killing them. I'll explain later. On the official website, it's 250 rupees per person for foreigners. Now it's 500, and they don't bother to update their website, which makes it really frustrating when you come here. Now, thank goodness we do have extra money, but just be cautious that what you see online might not reflect the reality. The Ellora Cave is one of the largest rock-cut monastery temple cave complex in the world. Although the cave serves as monastery, temple, and a rest stop for pilgrims, it is located on an ancient South Asian trade route which made it an important commercial center in Deccan region.
So within these hills there are 34 caves that have been carved up. There's a mixture between Hindu caves and temples, Buddhism, as well as Jain religion.
The overlapping style between the Buddhist, Hindu, and Jain cave has made it difficult to establish agreement concerning the chronology of their construction. The dispute generally concern 1. Whether the Buddhist or Hindu caves were carved first, and 2. Relative dating of the cave within a particular tradition. However, it's agreed that caves have 3 important building periods. An early Hindu period between 500 to 600 CE, a Buddhist period between 600 to 730 CE, and the later Hindu and Jain phase between 730 to 950 CE. We're here at cave number 16, the most well-known cave within this complex, and is famous across India for many reasons. First, its size, and number 2 is architecture, and finally, the whole complex is carved out a single rock. The cave number 16 in particular features the largest single monolithic rock excavation in the world, the Kailash Temple, a chariot-shaped monument dedicated to Shiva. A Kailash Temple also features goddess and goddesses in mythology found in Vaishnavism and Shaktism, as well as relief panels summarizing 2 major Hindu epics. Now behind me is actually another important cave. It's cave number 10. And this is one of the few caves where there is a chapel-like hall for worship. Notable among the Buddhist cave is number 10, the teacher worship hall called Bibi Ka Cave, literally the cave of the one who accomplished everything, or the architect of the gods. Built around 650 CE, it is known as a carpenter's cave because the rock have been given a finish that have appearance of wooden beam. Beyond the multi-story entry is a cathedral-like Shupa hall known as Prayer's House. At the heart of the cave is a 15-foot statue of Buddha seated in a preaching position. The cave number 30 to 34 are located at the north end of Ellora and require a shuttle bus or a long hike. There are 5 junk caves belonging to the Bibi Ka Maqbara set, which are excavated in the 9th and the early 10th century. These caves are smaller than the Buddhist and the Hindu caves, but nonetheless feature highly detailed carvings. They and later Hindu caves are built at a similar time. Both share the architectural and devotional ideas such as Palavaranda, Salamala Bahusa, and puja or worship.
So whenever you come to any historical site, there are always guys trying to sell things. They follow you around. Sometimes you want to help a guy make a buck, but at the same time, it gets really annoying to have them follow you everywhere. So right now, Charles is trying to talk his way out of buying something, but we'll see how successful he is. I'm a little more firm, and I said no from the beginning, so I'm free and clear of this guy, but Charles has been too kind. How much? Too much. Nope. Also, he has to rely on my money right now because he's having problems with ATM. So I have to give him the money. If I don't like the price, even though it's not for me, I'm not giving him the money. So this is our last stop at the Ellora Caves. There are 34. We made it to maybe 16. It's a lot of walking. And we're exhausted from yesterday. And we still have to take a night train to Mumbai tonight. So I think I'll see you next in Mumbai. Peace.